Good evening, everyone. Vitaliy here. Welcome to another episode of Evening Talks with Vitaliy. Today's topic is incredibly important and we have a lot to talk about. But before we dive into it, I want to direct your attention to another great source of updates. Denis Davydov has recently uploaded a video called "Russia lost the important general on the south, Ukraine takes more ground." Now, while his video is an excellent report on the battlefield front lines, my video today is focused on the European political situation in light of this conflict. First of all, it's important to note that despite what may seem like a slow start to the Ukrainian offensive, this is intentional. Ukraine is focused on preserving the lives of its soldiers, a sharp contrast to Russia's tactics. As the situation unfolds, we are receiving more and more encouraging news. Denis's video is an excellent example of such positive updates. I would encourage you to click at the link and watch his video. He has an amazing channel and his videos are really good. Now let's talk politics. And let's start with the key news that have led us into this discussion. First, head of Germany, Chancellor Scholz, plans to make a phone call to Putin. Second, China's top diplomat, Wang Yi, and Macron's foreign policy advisor agreed in a phone conversation to create conditions for a political resolution, ambiguously implying negotiation of the war in Ukraine. 3. Macron held negotiations with the Iranian president and threatened actions if they continue supply drones. 4. Ukrainian prisoners of war are to be transported to Hungary for a press conference aimed at discredit Ukrainians' military command. All these events are links in one political chain, China's peace plan, which aims to buy time for Putin and generally save the face of dictatorships. The difficult start of the Ukrainian offensive seems to be the catalyst for such activity. Strategically, Europe has not yet betrayed its policy of supporting Ukraine and is waiting for the results of the summer campaign. But of course, Europe is considering Plan B, Plan C, and so on in case of an unsuccessful offensive of the armed forces of Ukraine. And of course, among the plan is the political settlement. However, Scholz's premature hysteria, most likely triggered by the losses of several Leopard tanks, seems to be unnecessary stirring the pot for Plan B. His call to Putin, urging Moscow to withdraw troops from Ukraine, looks ludicrous, especially after the experience of communicating with Putin. Next, we look at Macron, the lover of strategic relationship with China. Macron, at the first sign of wavering European support, quietly sends his advisor to talk about some political settlement with the Chinese, even without Ukraine's participation. In a sly move to distract attention from these negotiations, Macron calls Iran, warning them about drones that Iran has been supporting to Moscow for over a year. As Europe's unshakable support, unity, and faith in Ukraine show signs of faltering, Moscow and China engage European satellites, like Hungary, to push a narrative about the need for peace. They are preparing a press conference with Ukrainian prisoners of war in Hungary to discredit Ukraine's military command. While these are just tendencies, not the result of a strategic change in positions, they are troubling. Particularly concerning is that France and Germany are prematurely demonstrating signs of anxiety and fear, tools that have been used by authoritarian and totalitarian regimes for centuries. Do check out the Denis Davydov's channel for an on-the-ground perspective of the situation in Ukraine. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and I'll be back with more updates as the situation evolves. Until then, take care, my friends. See you next time.